Busy week coming to an end. Time to recap some of the biggest stories. Charlie James from WTMA AM 1250 joining us now here with talking points. And Charlie, I mean, there's so many things we can talk about.
A ton of things.
But we can start with the mayor. And he said from the get-go during the campaign, West Ashley is going to be his baby.
And he called
here we go again.
Piggly Wiggly out there at Sam Rittenberg, called it the dead pig.
Yeah.
Well, looks like you want to get phones ringing on my show on WTMA, you start talking about government overreach. And a lot of people are really considering this and the use of eminent domain to take over this property as government.
Forcing them to sell it.
At what they call fair market value. Well, who gets to determine that?
Sure.
And at what point does government authority and government overreach trump personal property rights? I mean, these people, if they don't want to sell, they shouldn't have to sell. And it doesn't matter. Now, eminent domain can be useful at times, but certainly not in situations like this. According to a lot of my listeners this morning, it should be used for things like highways and putting in maybe in a runway or a hospital or something like that. It's going to be questionable as to whether or not this is actually a need by the greater common
They're going to talk about this Tuesday.
Right, they're going to be talking about this on Tuesday. And of course, talking about more government overreach, I found this interesting. Marlon Kimpson is proposing a bill in the State House to talk about affordable housing and what he's determining as the affordable housing crisis here in South Carolina. The only problem with this, Brad, is nobody has been able to define what affordable is. And what affordable is in Mount Pleasant might be different than affordable in West Ashley or affordable in Lexington County up near Columbia. So we don't really know.
That's the multi-hundred-million-dollar question everywhere, isn't it?
What is affordable housing? We need, and is it up to the government to decide what is affordable? That's another, a lot of people are saying that that's another example of government overreach. Are you going to come in and actually tamper with the market in order to get these property values down so that affordable housing can be put in? And if you're a property owner,
well, if the government doesn't do that, who does?
Well, the market does. The market completely decides, and that's the way it should be. Affordable housing is just one of those words that they throw out there to make it sound like they're trying once again to do something for the common good. What they're doing is actually tampering with the market, and I think the government should be left out of that. Another issue that came up, Big John, Wednesday.
Oh boy.
The horse.
I bet your phones were melting.
Oh, absolutely they were. Now, a lot of people were defending the carriage industry. We got a lot of folks on my show that are big supporters of the carriage industry. Now, you're looking at the video right here. That looks extremely dramatic.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Anytime that a 2,000-pound animal falls, it's a dramatic event. But this is not an event that happens all the time. The last time we saw it was Blondie 2 years ago when Blondie fell. These horses are very well taken care of. In fact, we had the owner for Big John on the show this morning, and he was telling us that Big John is like a pet to him. They have a bond, they really have a relationship, and that's the way the people in the horse carriage industry, they consider these horses almost like part of their family. They're certainly part of their revenue stream that they absolutely want to take care of.
And that's what the activists are pointing to, is that these are workhorses on the negative sense, in that they are driven too hard, they're asked to do too much, they're asked to pull too much weight.
But are they?
And they wonder who is checking. You know, apparently there's a weight limit on what they're allowed. Who measures those carriages and the amount of people on them to find out?
Right, but the carriage industry is the most heavily regulated industry in the city of Charleston. The most heavily regulated. These folks do not want anything to happen to those horses because they know they depend on those horses for their livelihood. These horses are well taken care of. And they've invited you to come down.
Does it feel like this fight is coming to a head?
It will get there. Something's going to happen very, very soon. But go by there. They invited you. They invite folks to come down, see how the horses are taken care of. You can even. There's a horse named after me, Charlie James. You can go down and feed Charlie James an apple today if you want to, and check out and see how well taken care of.
Charlie, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Brad.
Appreciate it. Stay with us. Coming right back.